I just
No,
think because
no. Y'all missing the entire point of Condola. She's a liar. She is a liar. Like, I'm not gonna I can't go into detail about it because I don't want to. She's a liar. She lied about what she wanted with him the entire time.
that group that everybody should have a friend like.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say that about
the rest of
She was cool, but Tiffany was annoying. She was a little compulsive sometimes. I liked her, but she couldn't be my friend.
He was in every episode. He wasn't in every scene, but the scenes that he was in, he stole it. Like, he had relationships with Issa and Molly. He not like they didn't date. He just knew both of them. And every time he was around them, he was funny. He was like nice to them and stuff like that. Even though Lawrence had his moments with the girls, like
for what it is, but like it's like a very nuanced experience of like, you guys, the friend group started in college and then they, this is them in their adult lives after.
Yeah.
Right.
And like who is close to who and like who's still together.
It had been highly anticipated, and we went on this journey with them, and I felt like they owed it to us to give us just a little bit more of that to enjoy, because it was kind of just like, boom, here, and then
I disagree with my co-host. I feel like it was chef's kiss. Like, for me,
she remember she said she was in it for a good time, not a long time. But then when she found out when she got pregnant,
but this changes the dynamics of your life, though. I don't have kids, but shit, it go from
she wanted nothing. She didn't want anything with him. She just wanted to have a good time with Lawrence. Remember, because her friends even said the same thing. Because Lawrence wanted to be.
So what you saying? That when she got pregnant, what?
She was nasty to him. She was like
Jerome?
Right. That's not what I thought it was. Like, this show is literally exactly what I thought it was gonna be. It's very genuine, like Jerome said. It doesn't feel like watered down commercial. I gotta commend Issa for creating a show where it seems to really reflect educated young Black people.
Welcome to another episode of the Nerds Alike channel. I'm your host today, J. Rowe.
So,
welcome. We have two newcomers in the building today. Go ahead, ladies, introduce yourselves.
Go ahead, Asia. Okay, I'm Asia. I am a person that loves Black television. So, yeah, that's why I'm here.
Asia. So that's Asia with an R. I too just love Black television and things that are relatable, and so I'm excited about today's topic.
Okay, but before we get started, thank you both for attending the episode. We're happy to have you. Hopefully, have you for more than one episode. And to segue off what Raija said, today's topic is about Insecure. And before we get started on this general Insecure topic, don't forget to click like, subscribe to the channel for any past, current, and future content. So we're going to have Jordan drive the ship for us today. You ready, sir?
I'm ready.
Go ahead and get started, brother.
All right. So first of all, as we already discussed, I haven't seen the show yet. I watched the first episode this morning, and I'm kind of mad now that I haven't seen more because now I really want to talk about it, but I haven't seen more. So no spoilers. I mean, little spoilers is cool, but no major spoilers. Just try to keep that in mind. Little spoilers are fine. I mean, I get it. Like, all of y'all seen the show already. It's kind of hard for y'all to talk about it without spoilers, so I get that. But if you can,
it's still gonna be good.
It's gonna be good, dude. You can watch
it good
because you won't have the meat to it yet. You'll just get our opinion. You need to form your own opinion about it.
All right, that's cool. That's all I asked. All right, cool. All right, let's hop right into it then. So, obviously season 1. That's the only thing I've seen so far. What's y'all favorite season? Since I've seen the entire show, what's y'all favorite season? If you can pinpoint it.
Go ahead, ladies. Let y'all start first.
I'm gonna say season 4 because
Okay.
it's like right before kind of everything hits the fan and they're wrapping things up. And that you really see like an arc of the friendship and between Molly and Issa and where things kind of take a turn. And then because I'm a hopeless romantic, people are rekindling things. So yeah.
How many seasons total is it? 5?
Yeah.
5. Okay. Gotcha. Raija, you agree? Season 4?
I'm gonna just say season 3.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say season 3. I feel like season 3 was just very relatable as far as the different job transitions. I think like Molly started working for a Black-owned firm, law firm, and it was like a huge difference for her. I think what else was relatable? I love the Coachella episode.
Yes. So
That was like one of my favorite episodes. Yeah, so I would say season 3.
Bro, you making that face? You disagree?
I'm actually because I have it pulled up. I'm like looking through, making sure that season 3
Yeah.
is my favorite. I also really like the episode. I'm not gonna spoil. It's still gonna be good, I swear. But I really like the episode too. I feel like it was so refreshing when Issa called off work and showed Nathan the city. Like that was so refreshing and so relatable because I will take PTO for a mental health day any day.
Yeah. No.
That's funny to say because y'all my coworkers, but
No, but
Will and Asia, you
I
my friend on
understand.
Instagram. I'll be everywhere doing
You be
everything.
living
All I
life.
do is use that
Yeah.
PTO. So
Yeah.
I love that episode.
Yeah.
Huh.
Good one.
Jerome?
I hate to do it. I'm going to actually agree with Asia on season 4.
Huh.
It's not about hating to do it. It's just I want it to be different, but also while both of you guys were explaining it, I like the spiciness of season 4 better because everything hit the fan. I don't want to go into too much detail, but it really showed like the meaning of friendships, family, job security, like romanticism, all that stuff, all of it wrapped into one. And I had a conversation about this actually earlier today with Doris. And so what happened was we talked about it. I told her that season to me was like more anime-like than anything to me because of just how over the top it was in regards to like the dream. Like I thought like a certain episode was a dream, but it really wasn't a dream. It was actually like everything happened the way it happened, and it was like the most like what do you call something that doesn't happen out of the norm? It was like with Raija, well not Raija, I'm sorry, with Issa and Lawrence. It was a very I thought the whole episode was a dream, but it turned out it was an actual like that actually happened, and I was like, oh shit, that was very good storytelling right there.
Yeah.
But no, season 4 to me was the best season, and a lot of the personal issues that happened with some of the characters. Yeah, close second was season 2.
Okay. Hey, you got something?
I'm trying to think of what happened in season 2.
It was the what? So after Issa and Lawrence broke up, Lawrence was doing his own thing with the bank teller, and then
there's a reason I don't like that season, but yeah.
I already know what it is. I don't want to go further.
Over that, yeah.
But he went on his F West phase. So
yeah.
Based off what I've seen in this first episode, and again, me being a newbie, I could be completely out of the loop. The show seems to focus on around Issa. I mean, I think that's a fair statement to make. It's not like a show like, I don't know, like Friends or like, I don't know,
It
like
is
somebody
no
else,
friends. It is no friends.
right? Or like even like a Living Single where there's like, there's all these different storyline stuff going on, right? With that being said, do you have a favorite character and who? And I'm kind of curious because, like I said, with this, since like with a Living Single, that everybody has their own time to shine. Whereas Issa's the main character, I would feel like the other characters don't have such a strong spotlight on them. If that makes sense. I mean, you can still love them even though they're not the main character. So who's your favorite character and why?
You wanna go
My
first?
favorite character was Kelly. Kelly was my favorite character. I feel like this is another like relatable moment. I have a friend group where it's 6 of us, but we are very much kind of like in pairs, if that makes sense. Like everybody has that
Makes
like
sense.
one person like that they, that's just their person. And I think that Kelly was just a great friend. I feel like she was a
Yeah.
great friend. She always
Yeah.
brought really great energy. She was always very supportive. I think she was a great friend to everybody, but her and Tiffany were like the pair.
Mhm.
And I just think she was just a really, really great friend. I mean, there was some times where I was like,
Yeah.
girl, what? But I feel like she is the friend in that group that everybody should have a friend like.
Mhm.
I agree.
I can't say that
Wow.
about
The rest
yeah.
of mm-mm.
Tiffany was cool, but Tiffany was annoying. She was a little compulsive sometimes. I liked her, but she couldn't be my friend.
That is hilarious, Raija, because my friends like legit describe me as a mix of Tiffany and Issa. Yes, like the bouginess of Tiffany and how she can be very like, it's not happening to me. I'm not dealing with it, like just avoidant.
Mhm.
I'm very much like that. But then also like I relate to Issa so much because she's like, I've been working at nonprofits since my whole career. And I've always been that friend that's like, I have to have like a purpose in the work that I do. Like I'm not like I want to be doing something bigger, something better. And my friends are like, we don't quite understand, but like go off, girl. Like but when it comes to like my favorite character, I have to say Issa because like she was a main character that like got it wrong so many times, but like you still want to see her win. Like she's not a terrible person, but she does make some like really bad decisions, which is like very relatable. And I feel like I keep myself around a lot of Mollies. So like seeing their friendship arc of like just like high powered, like very successful Black women specifically that like sometimes their work can be like on point, but like their life is in shambles. And they're not always like self-aware. So yeah. But I love Issa.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, good answer. That was a good
It
answer.
was a really good answer.
Thanks.
Yeah. Mine will not be any stretch that. Mine was Jason.
Jason.
Lawrence's best friend.
That's on brand for you to say.
Why Jason?
Jason's real. He kept it real with Lawrence about a lot of stuff. Like Lawrence went through so many like ups and downs throughout the entire show, but he did it in such a funny way that just he made himself memorable by the amount of screen time that he had. He wasn't in every episode. He wasn't in every scene, but the scenes that he was in, he stole it. Like he had relationships with Issa and Molly. He not like they didn't date. He just knew both of them. And every time he was around them, he was funny. He was like, he was like nice to them and stuff like that. Even though Lawrence had his moments with the girls, like with both of them, like how he didn't really rock with either one of them at the time, Jason was actually still nice to them. And Jason, another thing with Jason too was that when Lawrence was fucking up, he told Lawrence he was fucking up. And when and throughout the entire show, even though he was comic relief a lot, he still kept it real with him. He still said, "Hey, you need to, if you really love Issa, you need to make it work." And he told he was the one with the most wisdom, but the the goofiest person on the show. So that's my pick.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Before we started, we were kind of chit-chatting a little bit about the show. And Asia, you had mentioned about, with Issa coming off, the awkward black girl and all that stuff. And then the title in itself being Insecure. I feel like the show can have certain like pockets that it hits like certain, like, I want to say niche audience, but kind of. Would y'all say this show is like a nerdy show? Or like, how would you categorize it if you could?
I always say that it's very relatable for Black people who have been to college. Um, and not to say that someone who hasn't been to college like can't
Right.
enjoy it for what it is, but like it's like a very nuanced experience of like, you guys, the friend group started in college and then they, this is them in their adult lives after.
Yeah.
Right.
And like who is close to who and like who's still together, all that type of stuff. So like I always felt I won't say it's a nerdy show, but to a degree, like the humor is very like the references are not, they're not like what some other Black TV shows have.
Right.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Raija?
I wouldn't say that it was a nerdy show. I feel like that's a subjective term too, though. I mean, I don't know. I
Yeah.
feel like there are things that make me excited that I love a lot. So I don't know.
What do you love about it? What do you love about it?
About Insecure?
Yeah.
I mean, I love that it's relatable. I love, like, to Asia's point about Issa's character, she messed up so many times. And so I think just the comfort in knowing that is normal and that it will happen, because I want to say the first episode was she turning 29 or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm 29 now. So just knowing like being so close to 30, you don't have it all together. It's okay. I feel like, that part about it is one of my favorite parts, is because we're still learning, we're still growing, we're still unlearning some things. So, I think the fact that she wasn't perfect and she still was very much just, learning and going with the flow, that's one of my favorite parts.
Drew?
No, it is not a nerdy show. I will say that I will kind of go 3 for 3. It's a relatable show, but to put it more in context from my point of view, I actually used it to learn more about women, because that was, for me, was it was entertaining, because I think you watch a lot of TV shows like Living Single, One-on-One, all these different shows that they give you a female's perspective, but it's kind of like it can be, I don't really think it's as genuine. I think it's very commercialized, and I think it's not true to an extent. You think about shows like The Cosby Show, that you think every Black family is going to have that kind of life. No.
Right.
When you look at a show like Insecure, it's a very relatable show in regards to insecurities, because I think when you look at a show like that, you have to look at it from a perspective of who you are, because I look at it from a guy's perspective, like, oh snap, like women go through a lot of the stuff that we go through. We just do it in a different way, or we could possibly do it in the same way. It's just that they're women. They're going through insecurities of their own. Like Molly, her whole journey to me was so interesting. And Issa's, I don't want to forget Issa's because they're the two main characters to me. And I try to look at it from Lauren's perspective because it's so funny because I can't relate to Lawrence because I'm not Lawrence. I mean, the only thing that Lawrence and me have in common is that we both like art. Other than that, we don't have that much in common. But I actually relate more with Issa than I actually thought because it's not so much the awkwardness, it's more so just her creativity, but also willing to take chances on yourself that 9 times out of 10, you didn't think you had the confidence to take those chances. And I think Issa really showed that throughout the entire show. I'm not talking about the creator Issa Rae. I'm talking about the character. Yeah. So just to see her insecurities come and go and how she navigates through relationships, and it's very relatable. Like it's super relatable. Like, and I have to give her flowers for that, to show, like, to not be afraid to show that side of that vulnerability, to like be able to like. And I will say by the end of the show, I learned so much. It was crazy, and and I try to look for other shows like that, and you can't find that.
Right. I agree with that. I'm happy this is a question I can actually kind of chime in on. I even though I've only seen one episode, I agree. I don't feel like it's a nerdy show. Literally, I'm gonna take a piece of what everybody's already said, but I feel like it's a very relatable show. I think everybody in this episode right now, we're all within somewhat of that age range where we're trying to figure things out. And as someone who also, as Asia said, went to college, I also feel like it's very relatable, this sense of humor, and just what she's going through so far. Just in this first episode alone, with her birthday and kind of showing like what she goes through at work, is very relatable. And then like what Jerome said, even as like a Black male, I feel like just watching this first episode, I feel like it was very relatable. And just kind of seeing the things she goes through and just the genius of it. Like I was saying before we even started this episode, it's very relatable, and it's exactly what I thought it was gonna be. Like this first episode is literally like some shows you watch, you're like, oh, it's funny, or it's not what I thought it was. Like this show is literally exactly what I thought it was gonna be. It's very genuine, like Rose said. It doesn't feel like watered down commercial. I gotta commend Issa for creating a show where it seems to really reflect educated young Black people. It was like, honestly, it's gonna sound weird, but like the first 10 to 15 minutes of it, just the way the show is set up, because it's so genuine and she does such a good job of creating that awkwardness. I felt uncomfortable watching the show. Like I felt like I was watching somebody's diary. Like I'm watching like her life, and it was very relatable. And I think it's genius. So I don't think it's a nerdy show, but I do definitely think it's a very, very relatable show. But like I said, I'm only one episode in. So we'll see the journey, how the journey goes.
We'll live vicariously through you, so you can see, like, so we can see your experiences as a new person watching it, so you can see how you start from now all the way as you go through each season.
Yeah, like, so I'm really mad I haven't seen more. I really want to talk about it.
It's okay. It's okay. Just prepare for an interesting journey. For an interesting journey.
So since the whole room here has seen it, do y'all feel like this is going to be a classic show, like a timeless show, where like 10 years from now people will still be talking about Insecure?
Let me say something before the lady started. I don't think it ended well. I thought it was. It didn't end.
Dang, everybody?
No, I don't feel that way, but go.
I don't think it ended well. And what I mean by that is I felt like the last season kind of phoned it in a little bit. It didn't feel like an Insecure season until the later half of the show. I mean, the later half of that season. I felt like the first half of the last season kind of was. It just felt like it was going in circles about stuff. It just felt like there wasn't a lot of stuff going on until you felt the stuff going on with Molly's. Damn, I don't want to spoil it for you, but like, let's just say there's some family situations that happen that intensifies the moments, and then You get the test of friendship, the test of family, the test of career, and then you get budding romances that happen, least expected romances that happen, and then that's when it really feels like it's like tying every bow, dotting all the I's, crossing all the T's, and then I mean it's a timeless show. Don't get it twisted. I'm answering the question. It's a timeless show. However, that last season, I felt like either cut it in half and let that last part of the season be the season, or like it ruined. I feel like it ruined the show a little bit. That last season, I felt like it ruined the show a little bit.
I agree.
Thank you.
I agree.
Thank you.
I just really wish that that last episode would have been at least 2 episodes, because it felt rushed. It felt like they just was throwing this ending. I'm not gonna say what kind of ending. I felt like they just threw that ending at us, and it had been highly anticipated, and we went on this journey with them, and I felt like they owed it to us to give us just a little bit more of that to enjoy, because it was kind of just like boom here, and then we done, we out, and I was like, that's it. Like y'all just felt like, it felt like, I don't know, it just felt like a very quick exit, and I just didn't appreciate that. I wish that they would have allowed us to kind of feel that just a little bit more. And I just recently rewatched Insecure a few months ago, and I was like, I hated to know that I was coming up to that part, because I was like, I remember how it ended, and I didn't appreciate that. It felt like the movie version of a book. You know how when you read a book, it's so much more it felt like I was in a movie. It felt like it was a movie, and they just gave me the ending that I, wanted to happen, essentially. But it was like y'all didn't give me much of a chance to enjoy it because it was over.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
So, but Timeless, I definitely think it has potential to be a show that I turn on, when I'm 35, 36 in a few, like in a few years or whatever. I absolutely do. But yeah, I was not fond of the way it ended. Not what happened, but how much of it they allowed us to experience. Because I felt like I had grown to just know the cast, and I wanted to enjoy that moment a little, I feel like they could have gave me a little bit more, just a little bit more.
Who would have thought I would agree with Raija?
I disagree with my co-host. I feel like it was Chef's Kiss. Like, for me, I just feel like it stayed true to what it was the entire series. And I think that's the sign of a really good show if you wanted more from it. But if you wanted more scenes and stuff, or more show me, I don't want to give anything away with how it ends, but I view Insecure as a story about Molly and Issa's friendship. So the ending was very fitting to me. Her relationship with Lawrence is very sprinkle. It's not about that entirely. It's about her and her girl, and how their relationship progresses. And that's why I feel like it's timeless. So I agree with everybody on that. Because I feel like so many shows are just about oh, do you get the guy? Do you not get the guy? But for me, this was Girlfriends Done Right. Because they did not do it correctly. And they really gave us this moment of them and their friendship, and they've been through ups and downs, but they're still here. And Yeah, I feel like they set themselves up to like do the whole like, best man, down the line, like let's
Yeah.
do like where's everybody at? Like,
Mm.
like give us a movie maybe. Like
Mm.
I just feel like the generation that watch this is gonna be like when they come to us with like, oh, we're gonna get them all together, your favorite characters. We're gonna be like, yeah, like, and maybe we can get some more like details as to like maybe what they didn't show us and like what they, may have omitted from that last season. So I don't know. That's
I
just
agree with that.
also like the writer in me. I'm like, they gave you pockets so they could give you more possibly down the line. I don't know.
I can agree with
Yeah.
that.
That's
Yeah.
fair. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can agree with that. I can agree with that. They did leave it so that there could be opportunity for more.
Mm-hmm.
And and I guess it's about perspective, because when you put it in the term of, okay, we're talking about their friendship, I do think that that was a full circle
Mm-hmm.
experience.
Right.
So yeah, when you put it like that, I will say yes. But I don't know. I feel like give me 2 episodes because there was a lot of drama, child. It was just
No, I
like,
agree. I agree in that form. I always was like tweeting Issa and being like, can we just get a 1 hour episode? And she just refused. Because I really thought that finale could have been an hour and we would have been tuned in. But yeah, she said she wanted 30 minutes. That's like all she's gonna do. I think she may have gave us like 45, but that's all she.
1 hour. No.
Yeah.
so you
Normally
basically
her.
saying,
Go ahead,
like,
Rachel. Go ahead.
maybe in like 5 years, maybe we'll get a secure
Right.
like they older,
Yes.
they'll okay. I
But
like that.
I feel like they still gonna be insecure. It's just gonna
For
be new
sure.
It's gonna
insecurity.
be different
But
things. Yeah.
It's just gonna be different, yeah.
Yeah.
Or I mean, insecure, but a different, level, different experience,
Mm-hmm.
different lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
That's
great.
funny. I was actually just going to ask if they were going to do. I was trying to Google it just now to see when it ended, and I couldn't find it. I see it started 2016, and with 5 seasons, I guess it probably ended around what 2020, 2021, probably
Yeah,
something like that.
around there.
2021.
Yeah, so it's been about 2 years. I was wondering if she's gonna do anything else, like adding up like a
Well,
spinoff.
I mean, I don't want to be mean, but I mean the other stuff that she's doing ain't really hitting. So I mean,
It's a good show. They just cutting shows from the lineup, okay?
what show is she doing right now?
well, it
Rap
got
shit.
that got canceled. So it
Oh,
was.
I heard that was good.
It's good to me. I think I'm really upset that it got canceled because I feel like they built up to like some good things
Yeah,
happening.
they did. They did.
And it's just not going nowhere now.
Yeah.
I actually just tried to watch that this weekend.
What? You don't get to the shows, man. Like, ain't no point in watching it because it's canceled.
You're right. I didn't know. I didn't know it's canceled. That sucks.
I don't go
Jerome.
anywhere, so I don't know if you want to take the journey.
Wow.
Who is Jason? I can't remember who that is.
Jason's the light-skinned short guy.
I think you mean Chad.
Is it
It's
Chad?
either Chad or Derek. I feel like
Hold on. I think it might be Chad. Hold on. I might be wrong. I could get wrong.
Wait, can you see him?
Chad.
Yeah, that's Chad. Is that Chad?
Chad.
Yeah, Chad.
I
That's
knew what you meant
That's
based
my
off of the
point.
way you was describing him, but I'm like,
Yeah, that's him. That's
Like,
him.
this is either a fusion of Derek and Chad or
Chad.
yeah.
Chad.
Yeah.
That's my guy. That's my guy.
Yes. Okay. I like
That you thought that he gave him a lot of wisdom. So
Yeah, Chad. That's my guy's name, Chad.
I don't think he gave Lawrence a lot of wisdom.
Now, oh, hey, are you done with the questions?
Yeah, I'm done. What's up?
Hey, I got one question. Who is your least? I want one word. Who is your least favorite character? One for. Don't go to explanation. Just one. Just give me a character. I'm gonna tell you mine first.
I gotta look.
Condola.
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 I didn't like her either, but I'm gonna say Tasha.
Oh, who I'm gonna say?
I'm gonna try to commit these names in memory. So as soon as Tasha come in to see, I'm like, oh, did she go?
And so this the first season.
This first
I
season,
mean, I didn't like Condola, of course, but I don't think that it had anything to do with her as much. Because I mean, she was pulled into some mess and it happened.
Right. She is the wrong person in that regard because she's the one who introduced them. It's not everything other.
I just think because
no. Y'all missing the entire point of Condola. She's a liar. She is a liar. Like, I'm not gonna I can't go into detail about it because I don't want to. She's a liar. She lied about what she wanted with him the entire time. She remember she said she was in it for a good time, not a long time. But then when she found out when she got pregnant,
but this
changed.
changes the dynamics of your life, though. I don't have kids, but shit, it go from
She didn't want it. She wanted
quick,
nothing.
sure.
She didn't want anything with him. She just wanted to have a good time with Lawrence. Remember, because her friends even said the same thing. Because Lawrence wanted to be.
So what you saying? That when she got pregnant, what?
She was nasty to him. She was like
Jerome?
Right, let's not do that.
I think that might be something you don't want to do now.
Let's not do that because they were in it for a fun time, both of them, and then they were playing with fire and it ended up in that situation.
Accountability.
Right, let's talk about it.
I'm not talking about not owning up to what you did. I'm talking about like after the fact. She was not good to him. Like, because when we don't have enough time to go into it. I'm not going to do it. We'll say that we'll have a whole episode based on our opinions about Condola because mine is not high. So, like, very pretty girl, but man, I can't date a girl like that. No, sir. She is like Jordan. Don't give me that look, man. She ain't that kind of girl, man. She's a roundaway girl. She's a roundaway girl, yo. Like, nah, but anything you want to add before we close out?
I'm good. Yeah, I was already interested before, but y'all just got me more interested in watching this show.
This show will start you having arguments with random people at movies.
You see, we almost had an argument there. Like I was,
and that's what I say about like it being such a good show. Like it really sparks a conversation and the relatability of it. It's like these things happen to people every day. Like,
interested to know your thoughts. How long do you think it's gonna take you to watch this?
I don't know. I mean, luckily,
no, don't answer it. I'm gonna answer it. He's got other priorities right now there to watch Insecure. So he's got other stuff he has to watch ahead of time. We got stuff we got to get him on other than Insecure right now. I will make it a priority for him to watch Insecure, but right now he's got other things that's like down the totem pole.
Well, I'm just interested. I'm interested to know your thoughts. I want you to answer those 4 questions that you asked us after you watched.
That's fair. That's fair.
Well, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Raija, do you want to tag anything before we close?
Sure. Of course. I sell real estate. If anybody wants to follow me, Raija the Realtor on Instagram. I am licensed in North and South Carolina. I also work at Habitat for Humanity where I work with Jerome and Asia. So that's how we met. But, that's my plug.
Asia? Right. Thank you for tuning in. We'll talk to you soon. We're out.
We only got like
Raija didn't waste no time.